up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. This is Insecure Season 3, season finale. All right, y'all. I thought this was a good episode. It tied up some loose ends. I feel like this whole season is a setup season. We see where everybody's going for Season 4. We see where all the plot lines are heading. And child, they heading towards disaster, bitch. So let's go ahead and get into it. We start off with Issa going to all these different vendors, trying to get them to come together for this block party that she's trying to throw. She's getting a lot of rejections. She getting very discouraged. Without Nathan right there cheering her on, she kind of fades away with the idea. So she tells Molly, listen, I don't know if I'm gonna do this block party thing anymore. It just seems like it's gonna be a lot of work. Nathan had me thinking this was gonna happen like at the drop of a dime, and it's not happening like I want to. She also said that Nathan is Sandra Blizzard, okay? Also, when she was going around asking the people to do, was like, how many bitches gonna be there? And she was like, me, I'm gonna be there. I'm the bitch. Me, I'm her. The dude started laughing behind her. So, this is obviously discouraging toward Issa. So when she tells Molly about Nathan being blocked, she says, well, that's good, girl, because you was low-key going crazy behind this fool. So, yeah, that wasn't going to work, sis. She also tells Molly that she's applying for jobs because she need a real job. And Molly kind of cheers her on with stability. Now, in this episode, we really got to see how Molly isn't exactly the most supportive friend. But I do understand from a perspective of when you see your friend floundering, you do want stability from your friend. So, although her block party idea is great, Molly is not like gung-ho for you to just be out on a limb again. She wants you to be stable and get your life together, that type of thing. But a lot of times that comes across as you hating or you not encouraging your friend to do better. So Molly isn't exactly the best, most supportive friend. And we'll see a little bit more from that later on in this episode. At the same time, Molly is talking about the people at her job. They're being petty, Issa was like, you did Torian mad shady. Like, you did him shady. And she was like, no, it wasn't shady. Basically, she's saying if it was two men doing it, it would just be business. When a woman does it, it's just shade. She not trying to be like everybody else at her job. She trying to move up. She had to do what she had to do. She saw an opening and she went for it. But, Issa was like, well, why don't you just break bread with him instead of trying to, break him, okay? And Molly was like, okay, I guess. I'm just going to tell him what men tell women. I'm just going to tell him he pretty. Issa also talks about how she wants her birthday to be drama-free. Last year it was messed up. We all know what happened last year at the birthday party. So this year she wants it to be smooth, no drama, have a good time. And Molly tells her, girl, I got a birthday surprise for you, girl. It's the birthday. It's your birthday. So, I got a surprise for you on Saturday. And she was like, oh my God, girl, you gonna take me to get some Mexican food in Mexico? And she was like, girl, you are not my girlfriend. Chill out. Then we see Lawrence with his father eating lunch. This was nice to see Lawrence's father. And y'all, that light-skinned man with that deep voice, I done had a crush on him since I was 12. Okay, it's just something about him that I live for. That voice just sends me over, honey. And this is Lawrence's daddy. So he sits down with Lawrence. He asks about Issa, how she doing? And he like, so y'all done? And Lawrence was like, yeah, we done. And he starts telling them about how he's dating, and every woman he meets is divorced, or they needy, or they have some type of baggage. And he just wants to meet somebody who don't have baggage, like him and his mom. They met. They fell in love and they got married. It was easy. And his dad was like, child, you think your mama easy? Child, when we met, we had matching luggage. Okay, so we made that shit work. We put it together. And that's the problem with y'all. Y'all don't want to do no work. He was like, you can find your own happy ending. You just got to work for that. And I was 100% here for everything his daddy had to say. People don't want to do no work today. They think you just gonna fall in love with somebody and everything just gonna work out fine. Child, when you get into your 30s, people got kids, and it was really shocking to me that Lawrence would not date nobody with kids who had been divorced. If you over the age of 25, 26, 27 years old, you should already know you're going to meet somebody with kids or somebody who has possibly been married and divorced already. Really, Lawrence? Are you serious? We are not in high school. We are not in college. So that's the naivete that Lawrence has about relationships, similar to what Molly had about relationships, and she still do, low-key. Okay, before she found out her parents were getting divorced and all the stuff that was going on with her parents. So Lawrence now, I guess he's thinking about his priorities and how he's going to get his stuff together and, to really try to work with somebody to make things happen. So when Molly arrives to work, she's looking for Torian to go take him to lunch, probably to smooth things over, but they tell her that Torian is in a meeting with the partners and they looking for her to come in there too. So when she goes into the meeting, they tell her that they want her to lead the case with Torian. So she gonna be co-counsel with Torian. Not under him, not beneath him, with him. And Torian is like, I'm just glad to have a teammate as aggressive, okay, as Molly or whatever. I kind of feel like, Molly sees everybody in the worst light. They didn't really paint Torian in the best picture of the homegirls in the office. So I kind of feel like we didn't even give Torian a chance, low-key. You know what I mean? Maybe he was micromanaging her a little bit, but she's brand new there. I still feel like she should have waited to get her footing before she just starts stepping over everybody. So now they're going to be co-counsel on this case. Issa has an interview with the Beat crew, so she applies to that place that we saw earlier in the season. We knew that was going to come around. So the guy looked like, he's interested in her, but he want to know why she left her last job. She said she wants to be in a job that's more aligned to her passions. And he said, well, I can't tell you what the budget looking like. Basically, I don't know if you're going to make no money, sis, but, I'm going to send your paperwork up to the head people and we going to see what happens. And, she awkwardly is like, big girl. I was like, girl. She always doing the absolute most, but you gotta love Issa. It's cute. As Molly pulls up to get Issa on her birthday, we see Nathan walking up with some flowers from Rouse's. Bitch, how you gonna be gone for a whole month and then show up unannounced? I want the confidence that it takes to be gone for a whole month. Okay, and show up with some flowers, child. These people is amazing. Molly stops him in his tracks. She says, no, you ain't going up there, boy. What is wrong with you? You've been gone for a whole month. Well, I just want to talk to Issa. Well, no, not today. Today is her birthday. She don't want no drama. You need to go on about your business. I wasn't even mad at Molly, low-key. I kind of feel like maybe, you could have been like, hey, sis, he outside, bitch. What you want me to do? You want me to get rid of him? But, I'm not mad at her for turning him away, because if she would have had interacted with him, her whole day would have been consumed with thoughts about this man and what's going on with their relationship. It would have spoiled her whole birthday. So I kind of feel Molly in that respect, and then I don't in the same respect. Like, I understand why she did it. So she turned him away. He says, you know what, okay. And he turns around and leaves. They pick up Issa for the party. Issa is blindfolded. She takes her out there, and she's like, oh, you brought me to a line. Oh, my gosh, wow. A line, sis, like, a line? Molly is like, no. So they're there to see The Last Dragon. If y'all haven't seen The Last Dragon, like, I'm just pulling your black card. I'm pulling it, okay? Because The Last Dragon is a classic movie. It used to come on like at least once a month on Saturday afternoon TV. Like, get your life together. You haven't seen Last Dragon? What? And guess who they see in the line? They see Lawrence. He walks up. He talks to him for a minute, say, hey, what's up? And he goes. And as he's leaving, Issa is looking like, he look real good. And I ain't gonna lie, Lawrence was looking real nice this season. That glow up was real, okay? Molly like, oh, like, what's tea? Like, we doing this again? As they're in line, Molly also tells Issa that she's going to be co-counsel on the case. And Issa is very excited for her. She congratulates her. She's all excited about the whole thing. Molly says her instincts were right, and this firm runs just like her old firm. Instincts. Girl, them instincts is tired and trash, honey. Them instincts ain't got you nowhere since the first season of this show, child. But who am I? She said it's going to all be worth it when she's back on the partner track. Kelly is there with a large space marked off for them. She got birthday cones as the, birthday hats as the cones. She said she ain't trying to be fighting no white bitches until after the movie is over with. So she got everything lined up, okay? And they're in a graveyard. Apparently, this is a real event that happens in LA. They show old movies at a graveyard. I don't know if I would want to go to the graveyard, but hey, they dead. It's not like they jumping up out the ground to do nothing to you, but they all there. And then the bodies, okay? Kelly bodies is all over the place. She like, hey, I'm funny too. Girl, I had to let him go, girl. She was like, girl, all the ghosts of my sex pants are turning up, honey. But she gonna turn around and say, but I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I said, girl, Quandrell. Hey, fuck you, Quandrell. I live for Kelly. I live for him. And then she was like, oh, shit, that's not Quandrell. Oh, my God. And then she was like, hold this, bitch. I'm finna go holler at this not Quandrell nigga. Okay, how you doing? I didn't mean fuck you. I mean, what the fuck you doing? Cried with laughter. Kelly takes me all the way out. One thing I thought that was interesting, though, they asked her about Tiffany when they sat down, are you still fighting with pregnant people? And she was like, no, she not fighting with Tiffany no more. Tiffany made her the godmother. So she was like, nah, I gotta take the baby. You know what I'm saying? This bitch, I gotta take the baby. And then she said, well, if I wanted a kid, I would have kept the last one. Wait a minute, pause. That's not funny. So you had an abortion? Like, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Ooh, I don't know about that. That's something that needs to be explored. I wonder why they dropped that. Hopefully we'll get some more Kelly in season 4, because because I wanna delve into that topic. Maybe that's why she used sarcasm and humor and deflect so much with that, because she got some serious shit going on the inside. So I don't know, but child, that touched my spirit. I don't know. I just had to mention that part. They asked each other about, all the men. She asked him about the little short dude. I think his name was Julian. And Kelly says, no, she had to let him go because he was on some DJ Khaled shit. Like, he wasn't trying to eat the boss. And she was like, so I said, another one. And then Molly talks about Andrew and how he's dead to her. Kelly think he really dead. Like, and she was like, girl, no, he just dead to me. Like, I don't fool with him. He was doing way too much, and I know my instincts. Here she go about instincts again, child. I cannot. So we see Lawrence go over to Chad and the crew, and Issa is looking at him walk over there. She's staring at him. She's looking at him. Okay, she's looking at him. I just want to let y'all know that she's looking at him. He gets over to Chad and the crew, and Chad talks about how his girl took him back. And Lawrence is like, what? So you didn't want to like basically start with nobody new? And Chad is like, I'm not about to do this couple stuff with nobody else. He's like, so what you did? You got saved? You brought us some flowers? You apologized? He was like, nah, it was a whole lot more than that. I was groveling. I've been watching Fashion Runway, whatever the name of that show is. I done watched that show so many times I could make an A-line skirt at this point. He done begged, he done groveled, and now he got his woman back. Okay, so he happy about it. So I don't know if Chad is a positive influence on Lawrence or Lawrence is the positive influence on Chad. I don't know what's going on, but I live and breathe for Chad, and I hope he's back on season 4. So Lawrence gets up later on when the movie is on, and he comes over to talk to Issa. He gives her some candy, and he sits with her for a minute, and they talk, and she tells him that, she was thinking about postponing the block party. She didn't realize how hard it was going to be to do everything, and so she just got a little discouraged, got overwhelmed, and she's trying to make the right choices. And so you can tell that this immediately turns Lawrence off. So the thought that he had of maybe, trying to work it out with her, or maybe trying to put in work with Issa, kind of like left a little bit, because he was like, how I'm gonna work? In my mind, I'm thinking, how you gonna work on a relationship where you can't even work on your goals? Like, you don't even have the it's kind of simple, it's very simple to me that he would do that, but at the same time I understand the logic. Like, you're not even working on your goals, like you giving up on things so quickly. Why would I invest, trying to get back together with you when I thought that you were becoming a different person? So, they kind of turned him off, but not in a bad way. They already broke up, so he's just like, okay, well, that's cool. I guess I'll see you around. He gets up, he goes back over to his area. Now, in the meantime, he bumps into Molly, which Molly bumps into Jared. Jared just as cute as ever from the first season. So they talk and they make a little googly eyes. Long time since I seen you, yada, yada, yada. And a dude walks up and he's like, you got my drink, I got our spot. So Molly immediately goes to gay, right? Because we remember that Jared told her that he had let somebody perform oral sex on him one time, a dude. He didn't like it. It wasn't for him. And so, he's not bisexual. He don't consider himself to be that way. But he did have that one experience, and Molly did not. She was not here for it. She canceled him after that. So she immediately goes to that. She runs back over. She bumps into Lawrence, matter of fact, on the way over. And she tells Issa, oh my God, I seen him over there. He was with a dude, girl. I told you, my instincts was right the whole time. I was over here pining over him and X, Y, and Z. He gay, girl. He gay, X, Y, and Z. So I'm like, girl, here you go. Wrong again. Just loud and wrong. Molly is just, she is so aggravating to get on Molly. She is frustrating. So after the movie is over, Jared comes over and come to find out that guy was his brother. He's with his girlfriend, and Jared is also with his girlfriend. So when they introduce themselves to Molly and everybody, or not to Issa and everybody is like, girl, you up here looking stupid as hell. You thought this man was gay. This man is a whole heterosexual. Why you, Molly, bye. Bye, Molly. Bye, girl. Bye. Issa goes to talk to the young lady. This is the same young lady who was at Tiffany's birthday party. The same girl that Lawrence was talking to, made a little small talk with, because she's the one who organized the whole thing. She tells her, wow, this is really great. I was trying to do something similar, but I was running into a lot of rejection. And they share, that they've had the same struggle. So maybe, this will form a friendship. The girl will try to help her in some type of way. When she gets home, her and Molly talk, and she tells Molly, she's thinking about trying to do the block party again. And Molly is like, you sure? Molly is really not that supportive. Like I said, once again, she's really kind of like a Debbie Downer on the whole situation. It just seemed like Molly just, she really negative. And so she tells her, listen, you need to follow my instincts. I said follow my instincts, not yours, okay? And she was like, Issa was like the same instincts that thought that Jared was gay, not gay, like those instincts, girl. And she was like, yes, I mean, I'm out here doing control for you. I'm doing nigga control. I'm doing this control. And Issa was like, wait a minute, what nigga you controlling? Girl, let me tell you, Nathan tried to come up here today, girl, and I turned him right around at X, Y, and Z. Issa is immediately pissed. Like, excuse me? What did you do? Why did you turn him away? Why did you not tell me? Well, you said you didn't want no drama on your birthday. And she's like, listen, I'm not you. I don't be canceling niggas like you do. I'm not that person. And she was like, you should have told me and let me handle it. And Molly was like, let you handle it like you did when you had me looking stupid when you was over there stalking this man and X, Y, and Z. Issa says, listen, I know you was trying to help, but you've been on some real negative shit lately. And you played. She said, you see the worst in everybody. You came for your coworker, and he didn't even do nothing out of nowhere. You just came for him. You threw Andrew, kicked Andrew to the curb. The other women in the office, and Molly is like, listen, I don't want to be like associate. You know, I don't want to be stuck at associate like the rest of the women in my office. So I had to do what I had to do. And Issa was like, so this what you gonna do? You gonna be a partner all alone? You're not gonna have nobody on your team? Because that's not you, and that's never been you. Child, last time I checked, that's always been her. But who am I, child? So the next day at work, Molly tries to talk to Torian about the case. She walks up to him and he like, no, you know what I'm saying? I don't have anything to do with that anymore. I told the partners that you got it. And she was like, okay, well, who gonna be my co-counsel? And he was like, no, I told whatever his name is, I told him you got it. And he says he's joining the harassment case with the ladies that she also played at the beginning of the season. So now she got to do this whole case by herself with no help, or she got to beg somebody to be her co-counsel. Who is going to be her co-counsel, child? I don't know. Or she probably going to have to do the whole thing by herself. Hopefully she can pull it off. Like, I don't want the girl to lose her job. I don't want her to, you know, really mess up. But now she going to see how it is when you step on people. Especially your own people. You step on people instead of using networking and becoming a part of the team. So you know what? She on her own. This how you wanted it. This what you got. Then we see Issa talking to homegirl from the event. She's talking about how she, you know, is going to use her contacts at Rock Nation to get them a headliner. She knows some vendors. So they really like trying to form a little friendship. And, you know, Issa offers her a ride. And she's like, no, girl, I have a date. As soon as she said she had a date, I knew who the hell she was going on a date with. And she leaves. Molly calling Andrew. Baby, Andrew looked it so good, baby. He looked it good, bitch. I just want to run my fingers through your hair. Baby, he was sitting up there looking easy, breezy, and beautiful, okay, with that damn hair. So he called her. I mean, she called him. He answered the phone like he ain't got time, talking about he got shit to do. You ain't got nothing to do. You sitting up in front of the computer, boy. You ain't got nothing to do. She like, listen, you know, I just want to apologize. I've been in a selfish space lately. You know, I've been seeing the worst in people, and I've been taking it out on other people, you know, and I'm sorry. You know, I guess my past relationship hurt me more than it has. And he paused for a second, and she says, hello, and he says, I'm here. So I'm like, okay, maybe we got a little redemption for Molly. Maybe she gonna learn, because Molly do need somebody to get her together, and I feel like Andrew was giving me life. Side note, have y'all seen Andrew's the real person's Instagram? I don't know it. I might put it right here if I can find it. But honey, he looked good, bitch. And he got a cute black girlfriend. And they just look like two, you know, people like they eat vegan, you know, they vegans, and, you know, they read poetry and walk barefoot on the beach. Like, it's real cute or whatever. Maybe they'll be a cute little couple for next season. We gonna see what happened. Her and Tokyo Drift. Yes. Lawrence meets with, guess who? Old girl, event organizer, Tiffany birthday homegirl. I mean, Tiffany baby shower homegirl. They meet and they have dinner. Is it just me, or does it seem like every girl that Lawrence make eye contact with, he got to take on a date? Like, it seems like every time he look at somebody, he got to go on a date with them, child. It's too much. But they on a date. They look like they having a cute time. She tells him, I thought I ran you away when I told you I was divorced. And he was like, no, girl, I ain't told you about all my DUIs. Now, of course, he joking. But, you know, it was a cute little transition for them or whatever. Very cute. Looked like they was vibing. I really liked her braid. I might try to do that one day with my hair, since I got to give me some expression or something. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we going to make it do what it do and give me a long braid. It was very cute. We also see Issa walking up to her door, getting some flowers. The flowers Nathan left. I guess he didn't want to let them Rouse's flowers die. You know what I'm saying? Them Winn-Dixie flowers. He didn't want to let them hoes die, so he put them on her doorstep. Later on that night, we see that he comes to the house to plead his case. So he basically tells her that, you know, I'm sorry, I went back to Houston. Sometimes I get really down. I have these negative thoughts. It seems to me that he has some mental health issues, or maybe he's depressed. I don't know if he knows he's depressed. Is he managing the depression? Or, you know, he said he didn't want to put her through it. Now, I don't want to be insensitive. I get it. But I do understand Issa has the right to protect herself. She just was with Lawrence, who went through somewhat of a depression, right? She just was with Daniel, who got his own issues, too macho, too much ego. And now you have this man who seems like he has some depression issues. So I can perfectly understand if Issa's like, listen, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to be in another emotionally draining relationship. I also feel like it's time for us to discuss mental health issues in the Black community. So I do feel like I'm not just going to throw Nathan away. Now, maybe not for a love interest for Issa, but I would like to know about his depression. What does he mean by negative thoughts and really down and he can't really talk to people? Because if I'm in a relationship, like, he was gone longer than they knew each other. You know what I'm saying? So I can't, you know, I understand that you go through things, but what's going to happen when that happens again? Are you just going to go away for a month again? Like, what's going to happen every time you have these episodes? So I can understand how that would definitely be a problem for Issa. Issa tells him exactly the same thing. You were in my life. You pursued me, and then you just left me with nothing. You know what I'm saying? I really need some time to think about what I want. And he's like, I just want to know that we're going to talk later. And she was like, I just need some time, you know. And she walks away from him. So when she walks into the apartment, she sees that her apartment is in disarray, still boxes everywhere. So she puts some music on from the record player. She started moving around, pour her some wine. She put all her stuff together, and she sits down on the couch. And, you know, it's kind of like satisfied with herself. Now, first season, we saw her on the couch because she got left, okay? And sitting outside, we put that couch outside. The second season, she was on somebody else's couch, okay? Or the beginning of the season, she was on somebody else's couch, right? And now she's sitting on her own couch. So that's not me. I didn't come up with that on my own. Somebody said that on AfterBuzz TV, and I also saw it on Rock's video. But that's a good comparison to draw. She always on the couch. This couch is important. And if you notice, Lawrence was scoring people on their couch. I just want to let y'all know that when we saw Lawrence, the montage earlier this season, he was also scoring people on him and Issa couch. So I'm still holding firm on my belief that Lawrence and Issa will be back together by the end of this series, okay? It won't be this season. It's probably not going to be next season, because there's going to definitely be a conflict with her becoming friends with this girl and Lawrence dating this girl. I cringe for the moment that Issa finds out, because she's such an awkward person, and this is going to be hurtful to her, especially because she still got a little tingly for him in the heart, and he still do for her too, because you're not buying your ex who cheated on you no box of candy and coming to talk to them if you still don't have some type of feeling. But I do like where their friendship is now. I prefer it would stay that way for right now, because, child, when she find out, child, that's going to be a whole nother can of worms about how she's going to handle it. Also, if Andrew gets with Molly and they stay together, how is that going to affect Issa's relationship with Nathan and Molly's friendship with Issa? Because you can't tell her everything. You dating this friend, that's his homeboy, and you going to be at the house. You know what I'm saying? How is that going to affect their relationship? Is she going to have to deal with Nathan? Is she going to have to see Nathan? Like, how is that going to work? I would love in the 4th season for us to get some more backstory on Kelly. I feel like she's the most underdeveloped character on the whole show. She's hilarious, and I love that about her. But I would love to know more about her as a person. I feel like we got a little bit of Tiffany. I was kind of sad we didn't see her in the last episode. We got a little bit of Tiffany, and I would like to know more about her too. So I want to hear your thoughts on this season. I thought it was an okay season. Like, if you watch the little blurbs after, like Issa said, it was a setup season. Like I said, we're setting up things. We're seeing where things are going. So I think it'll pop off a little bit more. I don't know if I want more episodes or longer episodes. I don't know if I want that as a viewer. I know a lot of people want it, but I don't know. I could probably take more episodes, but not longer than 30 minutes. I like the 30-minute format that they have, because it's just a slice of life. So I definitely want to hear your thoughts about this season. It could have been better for me. Like I said, we could have not wasted so much time on Daniel, especially because we didn't see him anymore. But maybe they were trying to close that one up, but I don't think it could have took you 4 episodes to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, or 3 episodes to do that. So I don't know. So I want to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share my video with all your friends, and I will holler at y'all next week. Oh, no, I won't holler at you next week. It's over. I'll holler at y'all next season. Peace.